god, are they amazing. Seriously, these things are phenomenal. So let's talk about them. So starting off with design, this thing pretty decently built. They don't feel super premium. At least I don't feel like they do because of the plastic, but they also don't feel cheap. This case, as you heard it click, such an amazing clicking sound. This thing is awesome. So my favorite part of it is just the matte feel of it. I prefer it much more than a glossy design, so I'm a fan of that. And I love how they continue that matte design into the actual earbuds themselves. Fucking love that. Gotta love some matte black. And I also like how easy this hinge opens up with one hand. So just like my thumb easily opens up the case versus having to use the both hands. No longer a deal here. Just gotta go straight with the one hand. I love it. Now taking them out, super easy as well. That magnetic, it works pretty well, I would say. It does a decent job keeping them in there, and so putting them back in is no issue at all. I seriously just plop them back in and you are good to go. But yeah, I love the case. I love the design. You have wireless charging and both USB-C charging, so you have the option of both. I'm not sure how long it takes to charge them. I wanted to test it out and see how long it would take to charge them. I put on to charge it wirelessly the one day. I put a timer on, and it was taking a while. And it was going from I think 0% battery on the case up to 100% battery. So it took like 3+ hours, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know how long it took because I ended up not paying attention anymore. But yeah, it can take a while to charge. But on the plus side, the battery life is just phenomenal. Just like the sound quality. It's phenomenal. Seriously. From the day I bought them to now, which has been almost like a couple weeks now, I've only had to charge them 3 times. So it's like once a week. Now, again, this will vary by user, from user to user. But for me, I've had the ANC on every single time. I don't tend to have it off. If you have it off, it's not that bad either. Like, you can still block out a lot of noise. But if you have it off, you're going to get way more battery. But I had it on all the time. And I managed to get, honestly, almost a week's worth of battery life. So it's absolutely phenomenal for that. But yeah, you got wireless charging and you got that USB-C charging, which is awesome. And you might have that like quick charging if you need it and a pinch. But honestly, the battery life on these guys are so amazing that I really don't see you ever having to run into issues of not being able to have that enough battery life. So as far as the fit goes, I think they're pretty good. Now, again, this is going to vary from user to user. Not everyone has the same ears, but for the most part, they fit me. And if you remember, the Buds Pro, they didn't really stay in the one side, they didn't really stay in my ear. And so if you had issues with the Buds Pro, maybe the Sony WF-1000XM4s are worth a try, because the design is a one size fits most. Again, the only part you can change is the foam part, so you can mess around with it, but really the foam part you should only change if you're trying to get a better ANC. I stuck with the middle part, or the middle medium-sized one, and that one fits and sounds pretty good with the ANC. You are able to go into the app and like really test it to make sure that foam size is the perfect one for the ANC. I didn't bother with that shit. I was like, all right, yeah, this sounds amazing already. So if I'm not wearing the correct ones and I change them to a better one, I'm sure I'll get an even better experience. But like, it's already a pretty good experience with the medium ones. I didn't feel like going with the whole test. I just want to hear them and play with them as your average user. But yeah, they sound amazing. And the fit, like I said, it's a one size fits most. So hopefully they fit you guys. They fit me. So yeah, if the fit is great, they sound amazing. And they are a little bit bulky, so they do tend to get a little bit of I guess you could say some fatigue after a while, but really it's not that bad, at least in my opinion. So yeah, and that big bulkiness is because of the big battery you got in there, and the extra stuff they got to do to make sure that they sound amazing in the ANC, because that quality, man, getting into that quality, my fucking god, are these motherfuckers amazing. Seriously, when I say that, they're absolutely amazing. Like, there's nothing, granted, I haven't had many earbuds besides like the Samsung branded ones, but these are amazing. Oh my god, my mind was blown. Absolutely blown. And the reason I was blown away was because of the ANC. I've never experienced such amazing ANC in my life. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, man. Like, when you put them on, it's like you're in a void. In a massive void. A void where you hear nothing. I was about to say you see nothing, but obviously you can see things. But yeah, you hear nothing. And then once you play that music, you can't hear shit but that music. Like, it's absolutely phenomenal. And then the sound quality is already phenomenal. Plus the ANC, it sounds like you're in your own Lenny's basement. I don't know. Like, it's just amazing. Seriously, it's absolutely phenomenal. I know I'm like overselling them, but trust me, they're fucking good. They are fucking good. And then, not to mention, you can turn it off. And like I already mentioned earlier, having them off, you still get pretty good like blocking of sounds. You can still block out a lot of sounds by having them off, which gets you more battery life if you want it. So these things are great for when you're out. I'm sure when you're out on a plane, out traveling, and you want to block out the world around you. My God, they're amazing. Like I tried them out in a car. My cousins were listening to music, and I wanted to just listen to my own music. I couldn't hear what they were listening to. Well, maybe a little bit, but not terrible. Like I could totally just listen to what I was listening to, and not have to worry about what was going on around me. There's even points where I'm just like using them and walking around with the ANC on, and people are trying to get my attention, and I'm like, oh shit, sorry, bro. I didn't realize you were trying to talk to me, because like I had them on, and I'm also afraid to use them sometimes when I'm out in public, like say out at work on a break, because I don't want to be rude to my coworkers, because I don't want to be like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me, So yeah, they're absolutely amazing. And you also got the ambient sound, so if you want to use ambient sound, that also sounds pretty good. I'm not a fan of ambient sound. It's useful in certain scenarios, but I rarely am. I'm rarely in those situations where I have to use ambient sound, so to me, ambient sound can be very annoying. But yeah, overall, sound quality, absolutely phenomenal. And that's just not, actually, I'm not even talking about like codec stuff. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. There's different things you can change, like the AAC codec or whatever. I don't even know if I'm using the proper codec, but I just stuck with what it had, and I switched on the extreme something. I don't know. I switched on whatever. I don't know if that makes a huge difference. I'm sure some of you audiophiles out there are like, yeah, that makes a huge difference. Available for Android and stuff like that. I think it's available for Android. I don't know. But not fucking with that shit. I'm leaving it how it is, out of the box. To me, they sound good. Well, maybe not out of the box, because I switched on the equalizer. You can switch things. I usually go with bass boosted because I like a bassy sound. But I set it to this excited preset, and oh my God, does it sound really good. Like the bass is really good on the excited one, and then like I guess you can say the highs, lows, whatever the fuck those terms are. Everything sounds good. Like the music I listen to is like Logic, some NF, some 21 Pilots, Post Malone, stuff like that, and it all sounds phenomenal to me. So yeah, I definitely recommend these for sound quality, and top of that, ANC is fucking amazing. And like I said, ANC is one of the biggest features. It's absolutely amazing, like I said. So the treadmill, when I'm running, I want to mention that as well. I don't hear the treadmill at all. It's crazy because I'm so used to hearing it in the background that putting these on while running, it's just crazy because you don't hear the treadmill. And speaking of running, using when you're running, they have some sweat resistance. I don't think the rating's that high. I'll pop it here if that's just to pop the rating. But at least we have some protection from sweat, because I am a sweaty motherfucker. So when I'm running, I gotta make sure that those are protected, because otherwise I'm gonna fuck them up real bad. So yeah. Pretty good. They're good. They're good for getting protected from that sweat. So yeah, they're good for that. That's one of the coolest features there. But the app gives you a lot more features. There's this one feature, I think it's adaptive sound or something like that. Some bullshit. I don't know. I don't like it. Again, this might be good for some people because of certain situations you might find yourself. So basically, the earbuds track your movement, kind of. They just sense when you're getting up, and then they switch on ambient sound. If you're walking, they'll switch on ambient sound. If you're on a transportation, they'll switch on to ANC, or you can customize it to whatever. Again, that might be used for certain situations for certain people. To me, it just got annoying because I would get up and I would start walking to go get a drink or something like that, and then ambient sound would turn on, and I'm just like, nah, turn that back off. So yeah, I just would have to like override that shit and make sure it goes back to the ANC. So again, it's there if you want it. I'm not going to use it myself, but pretty cool to have it. And that goes along with the speak to chat, I think it is, where again it listens to you, so it hears you start talking, and it's actually pretty quick. So as soon as you start talking, it'll automatically switch it to ambient sound and lower the volume like kind of a little bit, and allow you to listen out to someone if you're having a conversation with someone. But that is if you hear them, if you catch them talking to you, because again, the ANC makes it sound like there's nothing around you, so you might not hear someone calling your name. It's only if you see them trying to get your attention or some of that. But yeah, it's there if you want it. I'm not gonna use it, but it's there. And there's also different features, like there's a 360 audio feature. I'm not gonna pay for that because you have to use a specific one of the specific apps that they partnered with, I guess, to give you the 360 audio. I'm not gonna pay for that shit because those apps require subscriptions. I think Tidal maybe is with certain carriers. I tried to sign up with that and I couldn't, so I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna try it. There's like 360 audio on the Samsung Buds Pro. Used that once as a gimmick, I guess you could say, and I never used it again. I'm sure it's pretty cool. If you guys have tried it out, let me know. But I haven't tried it out. I'm not gonna plan to try it out, so it's there if you want to try it out. You can also program one of the assistants to go on to the Buds, which is awesome because I much prefer Google over Bixby and over Alexa. So I'm gonna use that Google Assistant. It's actually pretty cool. But the only gripe with this is just that you have like the way it's set up, the feature for this. It's weird. So like each earbud has one set of controls. So one earbud can control like the volume if you wanted to, or one earbud can control the play and pause, and then the other earbud can control again the volume, can control the ANC stuff, ambient sound, but both don't do both. Like you can't have one earbud do everything, or both earbuds do everything, which is whack in my opinion. So this leads to my dislikes about this XM4s. There's not many, but not everything's perfect. So let's talk about what I don't like here. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things. Having each one do something separate sounds good at first, but that also leads to something else that's bad, and that is being able to use one individually. You can, but the only one that you can use individually, if you have the assistant turned on, is the earbud that's controlling the assistant / the play and pause. So if you have that one earbud, say it's like for example, it's my right earbud. For you, it's the left. But yeah, so say my right earbud is in charge of the play and pause, which includes the voice assistant. Only that earbud can work alone. If you take it out, both earbuds are not functional. As in, like, you can't use it. You can't use the left one. So if I were to leave the left one on and then take out that one earbud that's in charge of the assistant stuff and put it into the case, the left one wouldn't play audio. If I leave the right one on that's in charge of the assistant and put the left one into the case, the right one will work just fine by itself. So it can be kind of annoying. So if you have the assistant on, you have to have that one with the assistant left in the ear if you want to use just one. If you want to use both, like either one by itself, completely turn off assistant and then just use whichever one you want as you want, and it works fine, just fine. So that's my one gripe. I wish that wasn't the case because if the right earbud runs on a battery, you have the left one to go with. But I guess you can switch it. You can just go into the settings and make sure the left one is in charge of the assistant and then keep that going. But again, you have to go into the settings for that. I much prefer just like, I know it's probably 21st century gripes and stuff like that, but like, come on. Like I would just much more, I would like it more if I could just switch or just use whichever one I want from the start. And not being able to control everything with every earbud is kind of annoying because if I have the left one in and that one controls the ANC and ambient sound, I can't skip tracks. If I have the one with my play and pause, I can't turn on ANC off and on. I guess I could tell Google, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of annoying but I got used to it. I've gotten used to it. So, and if I go back to Buds where both earbuds control everything, I might get confused some of that. I don't know. But yeah, this what's one gripe. Another gripe, a big one. It might be a deal breaker. It kind of is for me, but I'm sticking with it. It's not having the multi-point, whatever it's called. So I can't seamlessly switch between devices with a snap of a finger. Like my Samsung Buds, which connect to my tablet and my phone, which are the ones I use the most. So like I can't easily play on audio on one sound and then switch to audio on a different sound because it won't work. Like I have to physically go into Bluetooth into settings and then switch that on. And it can be annoying sometimes, but the good thing is it connects really quickly. There's no like lag between it real quick. So also it pops up. It's like on my tablet and on my phone, it'll pop up that the earbuds are being used elsewhere and tell me the battery life for that earbuds. So all I have to do is just click on that or click on the Bluetooth settings physically and set it up that way. So that's my one gripe, but otherwise it's pretty good. Even for the price, like this kind of be a dislike, but like almost $300. That's a lot of money. But if you think about it, the Sony WH-1000XM4s are around the same price. Granted, you are getting a little bit more of those and over the headphones, but these are wireless earbuds. I don't know. Like for the price, it's kind of a lot, maybe a dislike, maybe not. But to me, I think they're hella worth it. They're absolutely amazing. They're pricey, but they're pricey for a reason. You know what I mean? So I think they're good. I definitely recommend them. So if you're looking for something really good, if you're an audiophile, I think you should definitely check them out. Even though I'm not an audiophile myself, I just really want to try something, high end, like a high end earbud, because that way I can keep in mind what a high end earbud would sound like, and I am not disappointed at all. These things are absolutely amazing. So that's been it. Hope you guys got something out of this, and yeah, see you in the next video. And also, sorry I've been gone for such a long time. I've been grinding at work and taking a class at the same time. YouTube's like a third thing in my tier of what things to do for the day, and usually work and in school, and I don't get a chance to get to the third tier. So yeah, apologies to my subscribers because we've been killing it in the subscriber count. Like, oh my God, where are you guys coming from? Jesus, like, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Seriously. But anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.